Hello and welcome to Core Finance. I'm joined by Nicole Elliott, who is a technical analyst and private investor. And we're going to look today at developed indices, developed markets, starting off with a good old favourite, the FTSE 100. What's going on here technically? It seems to be actually lagging all the other indices. We're out of favour.
You're right. You're absolutely right. But it depends on what time horizon you're looking at it. But certainly I was here with Nick a fortnight ago saying I was pro some developing markets, emerging markets, shall we call them, stock indices, but I was not. And yet I had no sort of clear technical patterns or anything to put it. But 2 weeks later, and I do. And I think the clearest one here, and although they're all titchy, because market moves have been really, grudgingly gained, haven't they?
Yes.
And what you see on the far right is a little rounded top. Yeah. And I put the sort of neckline to it, which is at 74.80. And we closed below that yesterday. So that confirms that the top is made. It's built, it's in, it's there. What you'll also see, this is the third time since May that we've topped at about the 75.50 area. It's not an exact science. And in fact, if you go back a lot longer, this index has struggled to hold above 7,000 since 1999. So
Incredible.
It's not happy up here.
Yeah.
And it still isn't, in my view. It isn't, and that's why, we're not really putting on any decent amount of money on this, are we? Not really.
It's just kind of grinding. I mean, it's grinding higher. Maybe there's a bit of a sterling play, but it, as you rightly say, it just feels like it's run out of steam. It's not happy being up there. It gets a nosebleed above 7,500, and
very, very overbought on the RSI it was.
Yeah.
And then I put two moving averages. The blue one is the 50-day, which is obviously closer to current market price, and then underneath that the 200 moving day. Now that one still is moving up quite sort of neatly, but you can see that the 50-day has not moved higher since the summer, over the summer. We're not going higher. So it won't take much. It won't take too much of a price move to see those two flip, invert, and that's a death cross.
Indeed.
A death cross. So one thing at a time. It's such a tiny little rounded top. It's not nearly as big as that previous one over there in May, early June. So, the downside measurement is much smaller, and then I want to see what my candle on the week looks like, and then the candle on the month, because we don't have that long to go until the end of the month.
True.
So I want to see how those pan out, and then maybe you'll invite me on again and we can continue this story.
Fantastic. So gearing up to get a short on potentially.
I am short.
Oh, you are short?
Yes.
Maybe a bigger short potentially.
Yeah, correct.
Fantastic. Well, in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us today, Nicole.